Vive la France! Bienvenue à Cooking with Jan, episode 46. And as my intro suggests, we're doing another classic from French cuisine, Quiche Lorraine. Now, Quiche Lorraine is a very easy quiche to make, made with eggs, ham, and cheese. But quiche is also very versatile. If you do a vegetable quiche, you can clean out your refrigerator and put in whatever vegetables you have in there, broccoli, mushroom, paprika. Before we begin, I just want to dedicate this issue to my mother-in-law, Gila Schlesinger. Gila, vielen Dank für dein Rezept für Quiche Lorraine. Die werden wir heute umsetzen und da gibt es auch eine kleine Variante von mir. I have already prepared 200 grams of flour with a half a teaspoon of salt mixed in. No baking powder. You just put that in there. You also have to have butter at room temperature, softened at room temperature. Plop it in there just like I'm doing. This dough requires a little bit of water. These are 3 tablespoons or about 35 milliliters. Put that in there. I'm just going to use my hands to get this dough in shape. Okay. So the idea is you just want to make a ball out of it. Just plop it on here like this, make a little bit of a mess. That's no problem. Just work on the table. Wrap it in some plastic foil before we put it in our refrigerator for 30 minutes, making sure we have all the crumbs. Just wrap it up like this, so. I'm just going to make sure that this is my quiche form. This is, of course, a requirement for any quiche. Any quiche form that you can buy. This is mine. I've got it well greased with butter as well. So you see that I'm just using also the extra butter that I didn't use for my dough, putting it into my quiche form. What I will do first is fire up our bacon, because Quiche Lorraine requires bacon. I'm just going to put in, this is optional, you don't have to do this, just put a little bit of olive oil in, just a little bit, because the ham, the bacon that we're frying already has plenty of fat. I have 150 grams, more or less, of chopped bacon. Get yourself a good quality bacon that you can fry. And moreover, we're not going to caramelize the bacon. We're not going to fry it too much. We're only going to fry it until it's done, because it's going to be baked in the oven. Put in the bacon. Okay, our bacon has been frying for about 4 minutes. Now I'm going to add my onions and my garlic, and you fry that with it for about, I'm going to go about 2-3 minutes more. Okay, we're through with this. Don't go any farther with that. That's about what you want. A little bit of coloring on the onions. Don't burn the garlic. Now we're going to make our egg mixture, and we're going to start with 3 eggs. So they go in here. Jan always having a little bit of trouble cracking eggs, as you can see. Okay, and this is the nice thing about the recipe that I have for Quiche Lorraine. Instead of using just sour cream, although I do have sour cream here, that's 125 grams. In Germany, we call it Schmand. Also, I've got some crème fraîche in there as well, which is also sour cream. 125 grams. But the nice thing about this recipe is that if you use whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, which goes in there, it makes it a lot lighter and not so sour. Mix that in there first. And then we'll add in our sour cream. Make sure your eggs are all whipped. Make sure everything is nicely combined. In goes our sour cream. It looks pretty good. Next goes in, I've got about a half bunch of parsley. This is cilantro or flat parsley, which I've diced, I've chopped pretty fine. It goes in there too. You could put in some more sweet paprika if you want to. That's, by the way, that's just a little bit of pepper. We're going to put in some salt just in a minute here. But if you want to put in more paprika, you can. This is about 1 teaspoon. I'm a little more conservative. I think the recipe calls for a little bit more. But you can eyeball it. It's up to you. This is how much I want. Gives it a nice color too. few pinches like this. And then I also, to complete the egg mixture, and also because I always want to compensate salt content with a little bit of sugar, the gastrique principle, I just put in a pinch of it. Not very much sugar, but just a pinch, just a little bit. Just to round it off. Maybe, okay, 2 pinches. And that's fine. Take our crust, and I just do this as a start, kind of trying to keep a circle, so to speak. And then we get the roller out. This is going to be fun. Gently roll it out. Let's see if this will work. Yes, I think it will. Oh, I can't believe I actually am doing this. You have to be very, very gentle, very careful with this while you do it. But it looks like it's okay. I am surprised. So now what we do is move it over and roll it back. Always looking. Vielen Dank, Thomas Kocht, für den Tipp. Das hat einigermaßen geklappt. Here we are. Yes, we did it. What we're going to do is we're going to take out this part here and just add here. And go over here and use this one here. I have to say that I'm very proud of myself. So this is going to be pre-baked in the oven because I want to get a little bit of structure for my quiche, and make sure that you put some holes in. This is going to now go into the oven, bake for about 10 minutes just to make it done, not to make it golden brown, just done. I have my oven, not the convection setting, 180 degrees Celsius. Put it in there. Take it out, being careful not to burn ourselves. And as you can see, the crust is just formed. So now we're going to fire up our oven to 220 degrees. 220. So you start with your ingredients in the pan. They go in first. Spread them around like this, so they're everywhere. Then you put in your egg mixture, making sure that it doesn't overflow. If you've done your homework correctly, it should be fine. It just fits. You take 200 grams of any shredded cheese you want, whatever you like. I have Gouda. I bought some Gruyere, which is, of course, expensive, very French. Goes with the quiche, very delicious. We just top it off with our shredded cheese, spreading around liberally. This is our quiche, ready to go into the oven. Looks beautiful, look at that. So this is going to go in here now for 40 minutes. My quiche was done a bit sooner, and here it is. Look at that, beautiful. And it has to be about this color, this temperature, caramelized. It will fall down. It's kind of like a souffle because of the eggs and the butter went up. Just close this. We're really looking forward to sinking our teeth into the quiche and into the salad. And if you enjoy the channel, please give me a thumbs up as always on this channel. If you haven't subscribed already, we have almost 130 subscribers. Please subscribe. Please recommend the channel to others who may not be familiar with Cooking with Jan. And until we meet again, as Jacques Pepin says, happy cooking.